Welcome back, Commander. Well, who'd have guessed it? The war in Finland is still raging strong. And they need somebody to lead their men into battle. I've volunteered me. Have a look at this. There's the lay of the land. A nice thin map. Might be able to... Let's see what I come up with this time. Now, once again, I'll probably be on the irregular... Oh no, offensive doctrine. I'm trying to get tanks out of the Finns. No, maybe they'll give me some. Oh, I hope you will. It's a gorgeous day outside, so I thought I'd spend it inside with the curtains drawn, looking at the computer screen. Oh yes. Now, I can't hear much. That should be a bit of volume. So let's order some stuff. What are we going to have? Got a sniper. Was that lightning? Miserable weather in Finland. There's my little sniper. There's my little cannon and a truck to tow it. This is quite a nice, nice map geographically. Geographically, it's got a good geography. It's topography. How's that for a word? Nice map topographically. There's lots of high hilltops, so I'm immediately going to push straight out and we're going to take this hilltop. We sit some cannons on it and we're going to control all that ground in front of it. And look, there's enemies already. Here they come. So it should just be really the top of that hill, assuming they don't just wipe us out instantly. I don't think they can or will. This should be a bit of a slaughter. That puts up, that cannon's got quite a long range. Should be able to sit on that hill and just zap anything coming for miles around. Miles. Now look at that, Kugel wagon. No machine gun. Has it got a machine gun? I don't see one, do you? So look at him, he's just blasting away already. This will be our first staging point. From here, we'll try and take the waypoint on the left, I should think. What do you think? Or maybe just extend a fire base. We're definitely going to build a fire base up on this hill. I'll go that far with you. My apologies, there's quite a large gap of time between when I recorded the footage and when I put the commentary on. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, and I'm going to watch and learn. It's all coming back to me. The Finland skirmishes are good. They could be the best ones. You'd hope so, being as they're the latest ones. They've had enough to learn. But the map, this is a great map. 1, 2, 3 up the right hand side, 3 up the left, 4 up the right, 3 up the left. Good, get the ammo in. I've actually started with an ammo truck, so I didn't necessarily need to buy that one. I wouldn't have done, with hindsight. Yeah, I'd have kept the resources. Saved up for, I don't know. Can we have tanks yet? A tank as soon as we can have one. So he's going to take that truck, and that'll become part of our advanced fire base. I want to be a little bit careful that they don't flank me on the right hand side. I'm obviously not very scared of the left hand flank, but the right hand flank, there's a bridge there. They could just scoot past me and suddenly appear in my base. I'm a little bit nervous of that. What I want to essentially is go straight down the centre. I may have to make allowances for the geography. You know, I might not be able to. The centre might be a deep river that I can't get into, or a high cliff that I can't drive over. Oh, I see ya. A little bazooka thing. Does that make him a German? Are we fighting with Germans? Maybe. And down goes his little building, crushed. Right, should probably think of some kind of expeditionary force to get across the river now. I was hoping that, you know, this hilltop base I got here would place me in a firing range of his first capturable point up on the left, like in the red on the minimap, but I don't think it does. I think we're going to have to advance further, maybe cross that river, set up a fire base just on the other side. I'll think about it for a second and then I'll... So let's get into a quick gunfight, shall we? I'll shoot these guys coming towards us. And then, once they're all dead, assuming we win that, I want to get a little, once they're all sniped, I want to get a little bit of line of sight on the base on the left and see if there's anything we can hit from here. If we've got range with our big cannon, probably not. If we've got range with our little mortar, again, probably not. But if not, we'll find a better firing position. One mortar there, that just chopped in. Sniper zapping him. And I might send a little recon troop over the river to the left. That's the mortar landing. We don't have range on his base, we're pretty damn close. So let's send these guys. These guys come for a walk across there. Hopefully we can cross the river. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Yep, over they go, nice and easy. And we'll just try and essentially, well, we're looking for a machine gun turret. That's probably it. Right. Now these guys, they can't do much on their own unless the mortar and the cannon starts kicking in. Doesn't seem to be in range. They're going to have to leave. They're going to have to poo their pants and run away. Come on, cowards. This way. And since they have pooed their pants and maybe weed them, they're going to have to sit in this beautifully warm river and wash them. Wash your underwear. So while they're washing their underwear, we'll move the mortar up a little bit, try and get it into range. I think I'll probably keep the cannon where it is just for the moment and get it to work on that machine gun tower. And then when it's in range and it's covering the enemy town, at that point I'll move the poopy pants squad back in and get it line of sight so they can have a sort of protracted firefight with mortar support and what have you. So I've got the mortar, I think, up to the rocks on the other side of the riverbank. I think that's him firing. Yeah, that's him firing, so he'll be softening stuff up. It's not very, you know, that's completely inaccurate fire. Could probably do having a spotter up there to help him out. I'll take the ammo truck down to that thing, so he can just spam off as much as he likes. That could be effective fire, right? I mean, broadly on target. There was a machine gun right around there. Get the ammo truck just to drive through some trees and down a cliff. Yeah, there he is, in position. Seems to have found some enemies just falling. I suppose I ought to put him on fire at will, hadn't I? Because that's Will. Will's the red dot, and we should fire at him immediately. Looks like the main gun's firing too. That's the mortar. Alright, the lights have gone out. Time to open up the map. Come on. Ooh. Not a good place for him to be. Let's see if we can capture it, shall we? Or at least have a bit closer look. Come on. Come on, boys. This way. Victory. Redeem yourself. Show your bravery to me now. In the Navy, if you run from battle, there on and forever, your ship has to go in first. A Monmouth. HMS Monmouth. Check it out. Frigate that ran from battle in the Battle of Trafalgar or something, sailed away from a fight, and thereafter they put a special sign on they gave it a special seal, special insignia that said, "We are Poopy Pants crew, and it is our punishment for the rest of eternity to be the first into every fight." So don't do that unless you're under my command, in which case you'll find yourself doing it a lot. Something worth shooting if you can, lads. Go and take him on. Now, I don't know if my tactic yet is going to be to steam up the right hand side or steam up the left hand side. I think we're just going to capture this one because it's close. We'll have the resource points. I don't really use any of these other infantry units very much. Now, these guys don't have any anti-tank, so hopefully they'll be able to hold that for the rest of the fight, for the rest of the map. Without any help. And we should think about our next play, which let's see what we come up with. Right, so our next play is going to be come down the middle. We're going to head for that right spawn point. I'm going to get a gun in range of it. Look, got the cannon across the river. Second cannon, that is. I fast forwarded. I waited a long time for the resources to get me another cannon. I didn't bother showing you me twiddling my thumbs for 5 minutes or however long it was. So we'll bring this cannon forward. Instead, I want to get it in range of that stuff on the right hand side. I don't think there's going to be anything heavier than a machine gun up there, a bunch of men. You know, 10 men in some kind of heavy machine gun. If we are fighting the Germans, it's an MG42, and if we are fighting the Russians, it's going to be a Maxim. There it is, look, we've shown it, we've scouted it. It's on our mini-map. And hopefully we've got range just to zap that from here. If not, we'll bring the mortar up. And pretty soon we will. There's lots of cover for the trees and stuff for the mortar to hide behind. And it's going to be pretty neat. I think that base that's up there is just slightly on the crest of a hill, you know, a slight rise. Should be a pretty easy point to capture, I hope. I'm not expecting to have things like anti-tank guns, not that I have any tanks. Or really any heavy weapons at all. It should just be the mortars and stuff will smash it as the troops go in. So let's start our river crossing. Always a dangerous time, river crossings. I've got the mortars over. We'll bring the heavy stuff over. They don't path nicely over this river. Like I'm having to manually, the truck wouldn't just drive over there. I'm having to, he's driven into the rocks on the left hand side. This is going to be a problem throughout this map. And from here on they path nicely. So we've got the mortars in range. Now we're sending some scouts out the end to provoke a load of attacks. Hopefully our mortars should be, come on, fire. Boys, shoot those mortars. What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, there you go. That's 2 mortars there. That really should do the business. Thunder and lightning. Well, at least there's lightning anyway. I'm not really sure about the thunder. See if I can hear any thunder. Turn the sound right up. No, that's a mortar. Just, you know, waiting for the thunder to happen right after the lightning, but and then lightning it. Machine gun decrewed, but he recrewed it, so I'll just have to kill him again. I think it's recrewing it now. I think it's done for. So hopefully that's pretty capturable now. Hopefully we should, I should just be able to steam in there, right? It's like a man or two in there. And then we'll have to look for a new fire base. Again, some kind of controlling position that hopefully has range on the next base, which will have some kind of anti-tank in. Either a tank or cannon of some description. Bound to. Here's my reinforcement troops. Bit of infantry. And if we capture that waypoint, we start getting useful things like anti-tank, anti-aircraft. Guns, big guns, heavy weapons is what I like. Bit of heavy weapon action. Right, let's advance up there and see what happens. So a new squad up there to get some cover. Don't really know if there's even anything up there for them to fight. There might be one or two. It's bound to be one, right? They're like rabbits, you can never kill them all. Oh yeah, there's quite a few. Well, I think the mortars will sort them out. One down, two to go. One to go. I think the boys can take the point, don't you? In you go, lads, get that trench. And we'll start, once they're in, hopefully it'll turn green, and we'll start moving a fire base into there. Key point captured, got it. So now we can have a whole load of big guns and stuff if we want them. Some of it's quite expensive. Wherever that is for 450, the most expensive unit, I'll take it. I like the most expensive units. I tend to try and take them first. Probably not, I don't know. Is that the right way to do it? I don't know, honestly. Now move the trucks back because I want them to act as resupply. In terms, I want them to pick up these things and drive them out to the front line. So what I'm going to be doing is having a lot of logistical truck pickups, just floating backwards and forwards from the spawn point to grab me cannons and stuff. These guys can probably move up, can't they? Go on, go get it. And it gets stuck on the river, and oh yeah. Alright, so I'm going to pick them up and send them forward to the front. And I'll meet you at the front. See you in a second. Fast forwarding. Alright, here we go. So I'm sending them up here. Up the right hand flank. Station them. We kind of staged them at our river crossing point, but we'll be advancing forwards. Got my Kuba wagon in on the tow. These guns, a big flat gun, anti-tank gun. It's a pretty decent lineup. And again, I've taken my time. So I've had the resources to buy lots of firepower. I haven't rushed forwards. And instead of rushing forwards, what I've done is I've video edited out all the time I waited to get the new units and to drag them all the way across the map to mount them up on these trucks. And yeah, so this is a bit logistic. Now look, so there's a big tank up there. Wonder what that is. So I'm going to pull these guys back. Like, I don't want them getting shot by the tank. Deploy them and get them behind the lines. And to shoot the tank, not be shot by the tank. I think he's firing. I think that's explosions coming our way. Yeah, he is. He's shooting at us. So hopefully these guys can return fire, and quickly. No rush, lads. It's not like you're about to die or anything. So that tank's right inside his next control point, the one that we're going for. I think that thing looks like a 450 point howitzer of some description. That must be why it's so expensive, because it was a big artillery piece. There are all of these tiny icons, and me not bothering to play it on massive icons, is that quite often I don't know what I'm ordering. These skirmishes, they all have their own tech tree, so it's not necessarily the same loadouts. From between skirmish 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the series tend to have a lot of different units, because one will be 1940 units, one will be 1941 units, one will be 1942 units, and so on. So I don't necessarily, and this is skirmish 1 of Finland, I don't know what I'm getting. So quite a lot of these times I'm sort of blind clicking. See, I think that says 122mm something. I mean, I don't know. So I'm kind of buying stuff experimentally just to see what it is. In this case, I think the big one I bought was maybe a howitzer of some description. Don't know. Right, let's work on that tank. Let's find him, crack him open. He's got to be in range, those guns. They're all pointing in the right direction. I think that wheelie mortar is quite a strong mortar. It might be stronger than average. If we can get some kind of scouting unit. Oh, look, something's coming down the left. Now, that thing coming down the left is in the centre of the ground crossing the river. Just saw a little red dot. That's probably an enemy assault squad in my blind spot. I'm hoping that my single squad on the left can hold out against something like that. I mean, it's in a trench. They've got bullets. And I'm not there to tell them to run away, so maybe they'll stay. So somewhere around here, tank, I'm not quite sure. And it didn't look like a small tank either. It looked like a medium tank or a reasonably heavily armoured tank. Look at that cannon on the road. Look, he spotted the assault squad. So now they're facing the wrong direction for the tank. Great. Not really very scared of the assault squad. Got a sniper and an officer, get me some line of sight. Not convinced about officers, I'll be honest with you, I'm not convinced. Sometimes I love them, and sometimes I'm just not convinced that they're basically a sniper without the sniper rifle. He's got the line of sight, hasn't got the gun to go with it, don't know. Do binoculars maybe illuminate more? Don't know. They're the same range of vision. So you're not convinced about officers. I've had a bit of an experimentation, and at the moment, and it changes, at the moment I don't use them. Sniper costs the same, has the same, increases line of sight by the same, and can kill more. So yeah, I've stopped buying officers in my recent games. He's got line of sight. I don't see anyone crossing the river. I was expecting to have a contact there. And the officer and the sniper went to there, but no. I mean, you really can see all my cannons and stuff were pointing over there. They'd seen something. I don't know where it's gone. So I'm aiming them at the front because I want them to be ready for the tank to be illuminated. And off they go. Sniper and... Oh. So I mean, I've really got to kill that just to stop the AI from aiming in the wrong place. And if they shoot, I bet you the tank can shoot back at them. I bet you the tank can see them now on the mini-map. Not very... Yeah, see, look, the tanks can spot them. They're giving their positions away. Now the tanks are firing at them, they need to fire at the tank, but they're aiming in the wrong direction. So what's that, T-34, do you think? Looks like it. 2 T-34, oh great. I don't know. I'm not confident that we won't take losses. I'm not confident we won't take losses at all. So we're getting rushed by, I think we're definitely getting rushed by one tank, and there might be another tank just sitting back, pot shotting at us. And he's got tank shot, and his crew are like, oh my god, get me out of here. My head hurts, I've got a headache. I'm not supposed to really care much actually when the adrenaline's going. I bet you're not that scared at all. You probably don't even notice the bullets pinging off you. And you're bricking it. all amped up on fear. So he backed off. That's a shame. We'd have liked to capture his tank. So I want to extend my line of sight range. There's no reason why I don't want them to be... I mean, if I'm honest, my advanced base is too far forward. It's in a dangerous position. If I was smart, I'd retreat it a bit and then go hunt the tanks. But whoever said I was smart? Well, no. I'd tell you what I can do. I can write my own name. Oh, yes. I'm not just a pretty face. Comes. Alright boys, take it. Blimey, that guy missed by a country mile. Look at the explosion 20 metres behind that tank and the hill behind it. I guess it was I hope it wasn't a mortar shot. Oh, look at that. Nice neat kill. Let's get some tank crew perhaps. We'll have that one. That's got to be a present, hasn't it? That's a present from Joe Starlin to us. Thank you, Uncle Joe. But there's still another tank covering it. Mortar's got range on that. So here's the tank crew. We'll send them in. And you know what their job's going to be. Go in there and fiddle with their screwdrivers and spanners. Fiddle themselves. Fiddle with their spanners. Hold their monkey wrench. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. These guys, let's see if they can find... I don't want to get them too close. I don't want to get them sniped by the trenches, but I wouldn't mind at least spotting the other tank. Being if there's the other tank. I don't think they're spotting him, however. I think he's spotted them. I think we're seeing him on the mini-map because he started firing. Oh, there he is, at top right, just behind the mini-map. There's that tank. Taking a lot of fire. I think he's in trouble. That must be an anti... I think the little hits are anti-aircraft, the big hits are artillery. There's probably some kind of field gun there as well. What do you think? What's doing all that shooting? Something flew off him. Here they come. Spanners. I'll need to, I mean, they're going to get shot by the other tank, aren't they? So let's get them out, get them to heal it. And hope by then that tank's been devastated. Is that tank firing? I don't think he's firing, is it? He's getting... Oh, he's done. That's good. Throw it over. And I'd like to open the map up a bit more with some more scouting. I don't want to rebuild that tank and then send it in there. You know, the fast way would be send the tank, fix this tank, send it into that capture point and let him shoot up any infantry left out, any stragglers. the risk there is there's an anti-tank gun hiding. So what I'd like to do is to send the scouts, the officer and the sniper, have a better look at that base, see if there's anything there that needs to be wiped out early. We've got, you know, artillery's just going to devastate, isn't it, if it finds it? It's going to be boom, some big old bombs landing here any second. No? No. Or not. Got 1,200 points to spend, and doesn't seem to have any, and no tanks. Should give us another artillery piece, I think. Another cannon or something. Here he comes. Drag him off to the front. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. I've got this premonition of exactly what's going to happen to that formation when a big artillery strike lands on it, or an air strike or something. I've got a very strong premonition of all of those getting exploded. What do you think? Have I seen the future? I probably have, you know. But yeah, that's I think that's an accident waiting to happen. But don't care. Let's just get it on. Let's go for a speedy resolution to this war. I want it to take 6 years, let alone 80 years. How many? I don't know how long World War II has still been going. One of these days it'll be over. I'm going to win it. My side's going to win. Alright, so they found some kind of gun emplacement. They found 2 gun emplacements. Oh, taking our first head casualty. Don't think I've bothered with medics as usual. So we ought to really retreat him very fast if we're going to man him at all. He might also be in range to shoot something. Yeah, he wants to have a pop. Presumably each consecutive shot is a little bit more accurate. I mean, now I've moved him, so I've reset it, but I'd hope a lot more accurate myself. I mean, a little bit's going to be enough for me. That should have a really hard time with a T-34 if it's face on, I think. T-34 versus that should be pretty easy duel for the T-34. I'll use patience, I'll send him up there to sort it out. In the meantime, this is my next bunch of tank crew ready for the next T-34. Trying to get up there and in position. done. So a bit more of an explore. I think that tank crew could be my exploration troops of choice. Some of those guys are tank crew. Let's pop them down here, see what they can bump. There's at least one. There's the lightning. Any thunder? No, no thunder after the lightning. That's a pity. Just have to make our own thunder with explosives. Now I suppose, now this is still contested, like it hasn't changed hands. We're in the contact point and it's still red, so there's still more in there to kill. But I think we ought to be considering turning that into a fire base as well. And I think maybe he can pop down and capture this. Probably can. Once we start firebasing here, we are very close to the enemy's big stuff. We're almost and possibly in artillery range from wherever he keeps his artillery at the back of the screen, the top of the map. But nonetheless, we do need to call a general advance. I'll shut these boys up there, put the pedal to the metal and shove those cannons as hard as they can shove. The intelligent ones get to work in the office. Those boys, they have to push cannons. Yeah, they should have studied harder at school. Let that be a lesson to you. Let's bring him up. Alright, general advance. And I'll meet you when they're in position, assuming they don't just all explode. So I bumped them up the map a bit for you. There we are. And we're getting attacked. Before we even get... Oh, it's a blooming airstrike. Great, I don't know if I've got no anti-aircraft at all. Maybe the anti-aircraft was that one and I was being told. I think look at his gun barrel's all bent out of shape. So yes, actually something I was pretty scared of was airstrikes. I'm scared of airstrikes, I'm scared of artillery, just because I'm concentrated in one spot, and one big bomb would take all of them, wipe my entire force out, and I've got no air cover. I think that's the anti-aircraft gun, and I also think it needs a repair. Yeah, the barrel's shot. It's got like a crinkly barrel that needs to be straightened out. But if you get a span and just go straightens out barrels. It's lovely and straight, good as new. Assuming, of course, I even noticed it's broken. It's not necessarily true. And the mortar's damaged too. Yeah, all of this stuff somehow is damaged. Might have been the airstrike. And we've captured that point, which means I can now buy tanks. I've got 1,300 odd to spend, so I probably will. Although somehow I doubt they'll be as nice as these T-34s. Alright, so he's going in, and then I'm going to fast forward us to the future. See you in a second. Okay, so I built the big fire base. I just extended it into the centre of that fine. They built the firebase there, got the tanks behind the ridge. Hopefully everything's repaired. And now it's time to start working on the next base on the right hand side. I think we're going to go for, which will be something like airstrikes. Might be airstrikes, might be artillery, don't know, we'll see in a minute, but that's what I'm going to go for anyway. The next one up the right. So those are my trucks, look, just waiting to pick up artillery, waiting to pick up guns, sort of wheeling themselves over. They can have a ride on the back of a truck. They're just logistic trucks. All they do is tow something up to the front, drop it off, and return to that point. So that's probably the third of my big guns. That'll be my final nice gun. Skirmish, you get sort of 3 championish units available to buy at the beginning. In the case of Finland, it's cannons. Sometimes it'll be tanks. This time it's cannons. I think that's a mortar. I think that's a mortar I'd lost track of. So we'll send him up front too. These guys can come up the front too. They can come to be the front line. And that's as far as I'm concerned, that's a pretty strong line, except against anything except artillery or aircraft. All right, so the next point is an artillery point to capture. I have to say I prefer aircraft, and the reason is artillery just takes forever to sort out. It's not just really expensive to buy, you know, thousands, but you then have to ship it all the way up to the front, and it just is tedious. By the time typically what happens is by the time I bought the artillery, shipped it up the front, got it deployed, the war's over and everyone's gone home. The enemy's surrendered, the war's over, the enemy's surrendered, everyone else has gone home. So I tend to favour aircraft. I'd like to favour artillery, you know, I'd want to win it with artillery and have the units on hand to just fire at will, but by and large it just tends not to work for me. So we're going to take this rise. If this town, look where the green dot is, that's just a slight rise. So I've moved the tanks up, so they're no longer got this. There was a berm, they were hiding behind a berm, which is perhaps their turret sticking over. Now they're fully exposed, and I'm going to move these guns up the same. They'll be fully exposed, and what we're attacking could very easily have a load of artillery in it, have a big artillery piece in the smack in the middle of it, that once it can see us, can start raining hell on us. Alright, so I'll advance this line and show you what I come up with. Hang on a second, and I'll take you there. So now we've made contact, look. We have made contact. The scouts have I put these mortars up right behind this tree line where they couldn't be seen, in range of his next line. Hoping they'll survive, but it isn't looking good. I think my mortars have been taken out. Yeah, I moved some aggressive mortars, just, you know, hidden by trees, into range of that defensive line. But it hasn't gone well. Look at them, they're all dying over there. I don't think they outgun me, but they've got enough guns to hurt me, to fight back, and they are. Yeah, lost the mortars. Damn it. In the end, you've got to make a move with something, right? Don't just sit there. He's really hammering me. What's he killing me with? It's got to be arty, hasn't it? Look at all the X's. I'm taking a lot of casualties, don't like it. Remand, whatever. Just killed me. Tank. This is going to be a light tank, I think. Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. Oh, look at the artillery firing from the back of the mini-map. Back left of the mini-map. That's what's hurting me. Oh, they're all hurting me. That's what's really hurting me. They can reman some stuff. Get rid of that gun, I might try. It's safe to do a tank charge just to try and take out the artillery. I mind sacrificing a tank for an artillery put. Look at that, that's real close. Bomb almost hit my artillery. Yeah, he's shooting again. Where's it going to land? Yeah, they've so got my range. That means nothing there's safe. All those guns I've got in position, they're just not safe. Alright, might try and risk these 2 captured tanks. It'll be worth it. And they've got a long way to go to get to the artillery, but they might at least be able to shut down, yeah, the one at the back. They might at least be able to shut down this field gun or mortar or whatever it is that's up here. Tank number 1, what can you do? Thunder run. That's what you can do. Kill them all. Some kind of Zis, isn't it? Yeah, he's up against an anti-tank gun that's probably got a big gun than him. I'd like to get the mortar. So much up here. So many guns up here. Confident about this fight. Bricking myself. An armoured car going down for, I've got those little guys, poopy pants squad down in the left hand capture point in the trench on their own versus an armoured car. But if it hangs back, we'll just kill them all. They've got no anti-tank at all. Might have some anti-tank hand grenades if they're lucky. At least these guys are not getting shelled stupid. Oh my god, there's a tank down there too. Right, so we have a tank coming in from the left. Feeling undergunned. Oh, artillery's still firing in. Lost one of my T-34s. It's repairable, but it's definitely destroyed. And the one that's stuck in a trench is actually doing alright. Albeit not going anywhere until it gets blown up. It's getting plenty of kills. These guys are dangerous. This is really dangerous. The side flank has got me. Hopefully one of my guns has still got enough crew to kill it. Okay, dealt with it. Good. Alright, we should be able to hold now. Although my forward 2 fire bases. This is messy, folks. I want to have a cleaner game than this. I think I'm going to have a lot of dead people. Reinforcements are here. Good. Okay, I'm going to advance to contact. I'm going to video edit and move us up to the next point of contact. Don't suppose I'll be doing much more than rearming and repairing. Okay, let's I just moved a load of stuff up to the front. See all these infantry boys. Oh, look at another tank's coming in that same way that caught me off guard last time. Probably another T-34. We did kill him last time. Or did they just reman it? What happened there? And the artillery is still raining down on me. But I have remanned and recrewed and, you know, repaired a bit. Got a new gun down there, like. But it's not secure. Okay, yeah, we dealt with that T-34. Artillery got him. I think they remanned it. These troops, if they can get in and take that base, then they can do stuff like repair all those vehicles, capture all those guns. You know, taking this base would be pretty epic, except that it's in range of this, if you see on the mini-map, it's in range of this big artillery piece. Really need a suicide squad, I think, to go and take him. And find some men brave enough. Still with the lightning and no thunder. Oh, another tank on the right. Look, he, on the other hand, should get knackered. As long as the anti-tank guns turn around and start shooting at him, he should get a lot of firepower on him very quickly. Where is he? There he is, yeah, he's in big trouble. Oh, look, he's a big one. It's like an 85mm T-34. Proper bad boy. Ah, but he's gone. Good. Is he capturable? Can I steal it? I hope so. Certainly steal that one. Yeah, I think I can steal both of them. Whether I get time. Whether I get time. That artillery raining down on me. Every time he sends a reinforcement of any group's description, be it an infantry group or another one of those tanks, that big artillery piece at the back is going to pound all my favourite units, all my formations. All my big formations are totally in range of it. I kind of knew it was dodgy, but what else can you do? A big tank zerg, I suppose. Right, so we're going to spend some time refortifying, and I'll try and repair what I can. Oh, they've remanned that gun. The big old cannon still firing. 3 men have completely got past me on the left. I don't think there'll be any trouble down there. There's another T-34 at the back, shooting my guys as they try and repair this one. I can bait him. It's a pretty nice tank. It's a pretty sweet tank. T-34, 75, 85, whatever. I'd like to keep that one. You know, kind of serious tank killing gun on it. Oh, look at that. Look at my mobile arty. Look at this big fella. Maybe you can hurt that. Oh yeah, I like him. Maybe he'll be a game changer. Some kind of assault cannon. Assault cannon, assault gun. Big armoured field gun or something like that. I could drop a hell of a bomb on something. I'd love it to get into his artillery. Take that out. A bit worried if you can even get a T-34 with this. I doubt it's armour piercing. Yeah, it's not armour piercing. It's just artillery, mobile artillery. But you never know. I might take it. If you can hit it. Oh, and another big tank's coming. Some kind of monster tank is coming down the road as well. There's a heavy tank. A lot of tanks. Yeah, a lot of tanks. So I'm counting, oh my god, I'm counting 3 big tanks, 1 medium tank, 2 or 3 heavy tanks. So oh, at least the medium tank's gone. My arty did its job. My mobile arty got him. Oh, what are these things? Oh, they can, what are they? My mobile arty didn't get him, he's still there. Oh my god, there's tanks going left to my... This does feel very out of control. Yeah, the left flank's in strong danger. The right flank's in strong danger. Hopefully I can buy some more arty. How many points have I got? 828. I'll have to wait for the artillery. Oh, look at that big artillery piece coming in. That might make a difference. If I slap that down. It's got the range to just zap anything it can see. It's got range on half the map or something. That'll be really useful. Here's artillery. Oh, look at that big old boy missing. Thank God he missed. But as I said, so that artillery, if that landed where the tank icon is, at the top of the middle of the screen, smack in the centre of my big gun formation, that'd be it, they'd all be dead. And I'd be like, I'd have, you know, 3 men to fight all that stuff off with. They do it, of course, because they're heroes, honestly. At that point I might have a rage assault and just throw a brick at my computer screen or something. I keep a brick, you know, close by, just in case I get angry with it. Flipping, look at all the armour he's got. Where's it all coming from? I can't kill it fast enough. Oh boy, I might lose this point. The poop squad. Pissy Pants squad is, I don't know what's good for them, they're just ducking. Keep their heads down. I don't even think you should have run at this point, boys. I think you should just, you're in for the duration. If I can send you some reinforcements in time. What's this fella? Another artillery piece, I suspect. It is very late at night when I'm playing this, honest. It's not. I'm not tired, quite refreshed. I'm just sucking. I made one mistake, and that was to make that fire base too close towards his artillery. If I kept that fire base behind the line of the camp, you know, behind the green line of the camp that they're in, it would have been good. Oh my god. I'm trying to get my artillery through that bridge and they've got infantry all over it. I'm going to lose my, you know that big arty I spent all that money on, I was really keen for? I just lost it. Right. Trying to get over the bridge, I've got the other gun. Oh my god. Are you going to get across? Oh my god. Oh, my mouth is wide open and I'm like, what? What? I haven't got a line, have I? My lines are porous. I'm in a world of poo. On the plus side, I seem to be dealing with his tanks at the top. They seem to not be. That's holding that line. But yeah, now I'm cut off, like I can't resupply. I'll send this infantry zerg. See if they can clean out that bridge. Hopefully they'll have a medic with them. Clean out the bridge. Salvage any artillery I can get out of it. Now those guys could be a really hero unit. This tank is a decent tank. It's got a decent gun. It's got targets all around it, but specifically if it can turn around and zap them, it could probably go and liberate the left flank. I'm snuffling because I'm crying. Oh, that's how sad I am. How the hell get over there? Now, what I haven't quite worked out yet, but I will do any second, is that they can drive through the river. They don't have to go over that bridge at all. You know that bridge where I had to drive through the men to get it? I could have just driven around the whole thing. It was epically sad. Loser play, loser. Right, meantime, so let's kill these guys. Too sweet. Shoot them. They're the enemy. and then we'll recapture that gun, and maybe where that truck's stuck halfway on the bridge, we might be able to get a gun back from over there as well. Okay. So this is what I was saying about artillery. It's an effort. It's a real ball ache to set up artillery. It takes ages to get it over there into firing range of whatever you want to use it on. And I've completely failed. So now that's going to walk itself in, you know, 3/4 of the way across the map before it gets into range of anything useful, or it becomes able to engage the targets I want it for. And by that time, well, I mean, anything could happen. Alright, so I picked up the, trying to stitch it back together somehow. Picked up at least one of the artillery pieces. Here's the front line, look, starting to get some kind of concentrations of power there. At least, you know, 2 tanks of some description. And we'll just capture what we can with troops as we can. And I still need to work on the artillery at the back. I don't feel I'm going to get any progress until then. Until then I'm just kind of holding the line as opposed to assaulting, which is where I need to be. Yeah, at this point of the game I need momentum. I need to keep going. By the looks of it, I haven't lost the bottom left control point. It's still green, but I've got no men in it, which means the next the next Soviet who walks through it takes it. That will happen pretty soon, unless I can cause him massive problems. My artillery pieces are way behind the lines. You know, they got a long way to go before they're going to be in range of anything. So arrested development. Here comes the next armoured car, right, onto my initial tank line. These guys are all rushing up there to just repair and steal as much as they can. And there is another, you know, there's plenty there to capture. If I captured all those tanks, that would be enough to win the game right there. Easily. But easier said than done. Like, another Reds turned up at that forward crossing. I don't know how he gets through there. It's continuing to be messy. So this big cannon, like, I'm going to park him right here to start with. At least it's out of range. It's out of range of his cannon, his artillery, and it's, you know, it's getting supply there. Looks like quite a nice tank, doesn't it? Looks like a IS or something. A JS, or however you want to call it. I won't capturing that. Oh, he's taking hits. Something pinged off him. But yeah, that one I'm repairing just there behind that tree. Looks like a JS1 maybe, or a IS1, how do you, or a KV something. Oh, strategic position secured. Really? Which one? That'll be a useful tool. Yeah, get that going. I'll be able to hold its own. I think that one isn't as good. So yeah, there's the potential, you know, if we can just get everything repaired, we should have a pretty epic tank force If I can just repair all the tanks he's lost. But, so that one, that's the one that got blown up on the bridge. I managed to recrew him under the blown up bridge in the water and pull him out, because the bridge isn't actually needed, so you can ford it. The water, trying to drag that big artillery in. This is the tank I stole off him on the left flank, and I've just got him repaired, and he's just protecting that spot from the side attacks. Now, if I put that artillery in here, I sort of think he might have range on the enemy artillery. So if when that fires next, assuming it doesn't just land splat on my big artillery piece. I bet it's like a Stalin organ. I bet it's like a really massive thing I'm up against. Right, I'm just going to fast forward this a little. Alright, I've accelerated this forward into time up until the next point of enemy contact. Not much has changed except my lines are neater. I've captured another couple of tanks, I've crewed another couple of tanks, like I've nicked him and dragged him back to our line. That one over on the left, that JS, looks ready to be manned. I might as well do that quickly. But any one of these could kick off his artillery, for example. Get him going, drag him up here as well. And now I'm starting to feel good again about this again. Finally starting to feel like we're in control of the battlefield. Well, I know I haven't defeated anything more since he last devastated me. He could probably do it all again, but, you know. Got some pretty... Ooh. Pull back, mate. We've got some pretty tough units. And the potential to capture more. Get whatever shooting us to reveal itself. Should be able to deal with it. Show yourself. Alright, that's the big boy artillery. Hopefully he's going to come into become useful. Graveyard of trucks, stuff around here. Another truck out there. You can go and sit back at the end, sit back at our lines and wait for the next artillery piece to ship out. Assuming he doesn't get ambushed at the bridge like the last one. More tank crew. I'm going to bring this Kubel wagon. The reason why is it's got 5 it's got 5 repair kits in it. So these 2 tanks that I've lost up there, my initial 2 captured T-34s, I can't heal them because I've got they've used all their healing already. So I'll send them up there with that, and that'll work as a nice little rapid repair squad. So that's the side flank gun. His job is just to stop those tank zergs that have been hitting me in the side, in the flank. Keep him crude. Yeah, maybe give him a better line of sight, a bit of striking precision, but that'll do it. And then I'm going to fast forward time again. Let's find some more action. I've got an idea, pretty much see what's going on. My artillery is going to be in the second line, tanks on the front line, and the artillery position's got flanking. It's got its sides covered by anti-tank. I'm having a bit of scouting. Look, I sent a couple of soldiers up ahead of these tank line while the rest of them repair. Oh no, one of them's dead. So I sent I sent a spot of infantry up there. Ah, they found a cannon. Let's have a look, see what it is. Oh, it's gone. This artillery, if you can see it, should be able to pop it. Do I dare do it? Yeah, why not? So we'll have a general advance. See how that plays out. Move more up to about here, I think. See? And that should at least get our big artillery pieces into the fight, which they haven't been yet. Alright, let's let them move forward and I'll meet you when they're done. So there's a bit more unified line. Again, the danger is they're all clumped up now in artillery range from one big shot. Could stomp it, but we've moved the gun line up. It's time for a tank charge, I think. That's how I really wanted to deal with the artillery anyway, is to zerg it with tanks. I sort of think that his big zergs are over. His big reinforcements are over. Let's see if we can kill this anti-tank gun that's pinging off us and has been annoying me. That's obviously where it is. Over here somewhere, hiding. Oh, there it is, like right there in that bush. Found it. they continue on and get the artillery piece, I wonder. So they're doing such a wonderful job. It's around there somewhere, isn't it? It's a bit further to the left, I think. Alright, so that's a lot of tank action. They should just be able to storm it. Oh, captured that one. I don't think we get anything for capturing this one. I think that just ends the game when you've got all the others. Where's the artillery? It's got to be out there somewhere. Hopefully that tank force is enough to hold on to it against all comers. These next two bases have got anti-tank. I bet you both of them have anti-tank systems. My car drives straight in the middle of my tank army. That's an aeroplane. That's an aeroplane flying over. Oh, a few tanks here himself, hasn't he? Oh my god. Big tank destroyer out there. Look at that. So it's a 152mm. Look at that. Kill it. Kill it quickly. I was thinking I'd got enough to just clean sweep it. Anyway, big old units appear. And there's reinforcements appear. Well, might be enough. AT gun left on the right, left under that camouflage tent. This 3, it's about 1942, it's about as big as they come. There's even more out there, it's just non-stop. How many have you got? How did you have so many? Looks like I've lost a tank. Maybe not. Whatever, I feel like I'm winning. Runs my cannon line, he should be in a world of pain. Seem to be exploding. Yeah, we're holding. We're holding. This is going to work. Right, so can this tank solo the final spot? There's definitely at least one piece of armour down there. And if not, what have I got to back him up? Oh, I lost a tank there. No, I didn't. I'm too pessimistic. It's going really well. Everything's going to turn out wonderfully. We'll all be home by Christmas. We are getting close to the end of this, folks. I don't know how much longer we've got to go. I'm hoping if you're still here and you haven't liked, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Because I will be making more and it will notify you. And if you like them, please come back for more. Very nice having an audience, and I very much appreciate it. And I'd love to continue having an audience and have an even bigger growing audience. It would be even more awesome. So yeah, so please spread this about to other people. And also it helps, and also let me know by liking and subscribing that I'm doing stuff you want to see more of, or not. If you don't like and subscribe, who knows. Anyway, yeah, please like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. I'd love you forever. Be your best friend forever. Honest. I'll send you all birthday presents, loads of them, and Christmas presents. You'll all buy you beers every time you're in the pub. I promise. I'm not making it up. Honest. Hey, we captured that one, did we? Oh no, that's not the one. Five out of 7 positions. Still got 2 to capture. Oh, reinforcements keep coming. They should get slaughtered though, I think. Those reinforcements should be in a lot of world of poo. Yeah, one's dead. Another's about to be. I don't know. There's quite a lot of them. To kill them fast. There's plenty coming. Alright, so there's 2 armoured cars dead. There's like a light tank and out there, and the infantry guy. And it isn't going to end unless I get off my bum and zerg and rush the other 2 spots. So let's do that. Stupid big artillery pieces, what a waste of time and money. I don't think they've even got a shot off. Just slowed me down immensely and cost me loads of resource points. Should have bought a load of tanks. With that in mind, I bought a tank. BTR something or other. And bearing in mind the best tank I could buy is a little BTR. Is there any wonder I didn't bother? You know, put that up against T-34s and all that other stuff that's been crushing down on me. Oh, now look, I take it back. The artillery's fired and he's killed an infantry. You good old boy. You good old boy. I would buy you a drink too. And a Christmas card. Yeah. Because, you know, Christmas is when this fight's going to be over. I will have captured this last point, or these last 2 points by Christmas. I promise you. It'll all be over. Because after all, you know, we're just fighting. The AI we're fighting is old men and women and children. Kind of young boys and old men AI is what we're up against. It's going to be easy. It's going to be a crushing victory. They won't know what hit them. He just hasn't found. I think that the guy that's hiding is in one of these machine gun dugouts that we're next to. think that's why we can't find him. Can't get the angle on him. And he's not running away because... Oh, where are you? I know you're here. Ooh, look at that tank. So my two new tanks have discovered a tank right there. I wonder if they can cope with them. Guess not. Oh no, they got him, he's gone. Kill the crew. Like that guy standing next to you. Kill him. Kill them all. They're the enemy. Squash him, run him over. Crush him. Now, so these two tanks, if they go up against that, the next and final defensive position, they should pretty much be able to hammer. I think they should be able to beat any sort of anti-tank cannon type thing they're up against. I think they're particularly useful against what I'm expecting them to face. Still a lot of infantry here. I could lose a spot. If they advance, I'll lose that, you know, those four reds advance. I've got quite a lot of infantry. Hopefully they'll clean it up. Well, they want to follow me, chase me, play chase me, let's do it. Are we up to 6 out of 7? Captured another point. Ooh, airstrikes. Airstrike, here we have. So we captured the 1 point to go. Oh, something's killing him. Don't die. Kill. They don't seem to want to shoot back at that armoured car, do they? Thanks a lot, guys. Do your job. Kill it. Ah, he was aiming for he was still angry with the infantry that was chasing him. End it. End it with your superior firepower and your greater determination. Oh, that's more like it. That's kind of where I was wanting you to be shooting. I don't know if you can hear those cows in the background. They're real cows. They're so noisy. Yeah, let's fix up that tank. I don't think we're going to have time to use it, but let's fix it anyway, because fixing tanks is a good thing to do. Who are these guys? I think they can all do a shifty up there. Become part of the assault squad. I'm imagining that those blokes falling over dead are the enemy, but judging by the white crosses on the minimap, they're actually mine. Oh well. But if we just storm this position, if we just wipe them out quickly, we'll win before the next wave of reinforcements arrives. You can do it, boys. Death or glory. Preferably glory. Go for the glory. You can win the war. You're the best of the best. Yeah. My fighting elite. That's you, boys. You're certainly not Poopy Pants Squad. They all died. Suicide Squad, they all died too. So you're Glory Squad. Win the war. You can raise the Finnish flag over the skulls of your enemies. Yes, you can. It's you. You're the boys that do it. You're the boys to do it. Excuse me. I can't speak. That's it, I think. Come on. Come on. We're so close. Like 1 kill away from winning. 1 kill away from the end of World War II. Forever. Are we? Are we? Yes! Hold the position at all costs. There you go. I think we've done it. Mission objective complete. Lost quite a lot of men there. Don't look. Not looking. You know, I like it when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that kind of thing. Oh, look at them. Didn't even find them. Sneaky little howitzer. Been popping at me the whole time. Didn't even know he was there. Never even saw him. Well, folks, that's the end of another good run. I look forward to seeing you for the next one, I hope. And I'm going to hopefully edit it up tonight, and I'll slap it out on my release schedule. 2 more Finland skirmishes to come after this. This is the first one. The second one's already uploaded. 3 and 4 to go. And in Call to Arms front, hopefully some more fun with Sir Jellybean. I'd like to do that one again. I'd like to do some more co-ops. And I'll catch you for then. Thanks for being here. See you in the next one. Bye.